looks like it's on. Got the headphones plugged in. The mic is over here. Probably can't hear squat. Doesn't matter. Okay, so while I was not playing the game, I took some time to sit and think on it, and I'm going to try something that I really didn't want to resort to, which is just kill all the spiders all the time. Not going to have a good time in phase 2, doesn't matter. Not having a good time anyway. I am not equipped to handle hordes, so why don't we take this route of getting rid of the horde. That didn't work at all. I wanted to try the Rockio, but the plan to use strong attacks didn't go over so well. We'll try that again, using the actual strong attacks this time. Because my first thought with I'm going to be killing as many spiders as possible is I'm going to need something that efficiently kills as many spiders as possible, and I'm hoping that the transformed stabbing does a fine job of that. Well, that's already not going well. Got and roll. So definitely going to want to try using the pick instead to rally that, because that was tough. This weapon is horrible at rallying itself. Do I have durability curses on here? No, I just got some very mediocre gems compared to what I'm used to. Two-handed mode gives me a lot of reach, makes it no matter what I can hit the spiders, but the slow recovery is not going to apply. So let's try just one-handed mode, because at this point I've cranked the pick so high that nothing can really compete with its damage output. I'm sure that I could get more damage out of maybe the Rakuyo. Honestly, at this point it's a toss-up, because with Threaded Cane and the Church Pick being at level 10, and some of the other potentially more optimal weapons still being just at level 9. I don't know how significant that last Bloodrock upgrade makes a difference. Obviously, it improves like scaling, base damage, all that nonsense, and since percentages will probably scale better with higher base damage, like mostly it's just what have I put the best gems in, and now that's the thing. Probably stand a buff on later. Really? It's always like halfway through it, and you still manage to hit me with it. I really want is a weapon that can one-hit them. Unfortunately, that seems to hurt by counter damage. Or damage versus open foes, as I'm sure Bloodborne seems to call it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't have an ideal option either way. So I'm gonna have to settle into the idea that I am two-shotting them no matter what. We're gonna get rid of the Rakuyo though. Since that was terrible. And 30k honestly does more damage anyway. Nothing really tops out the Church Pick at the moment though. I've just got too many great gems in it, and it's already at level 10. Yep. That up. So, remember, I just use a single basic attack in two-handed form, and that will rally it all. Because mechanics, some of which I don't seem to fully understand yet. Also, the running attack is quite nice. Gotta be careful that I don't have that transformation after the roll too quickly, or I'll get a transformation attack. The one downside of the space is quite vulnerable to being because you have to be kind of mobile. Unfortunately, if I get too close to them, I can force that. Oh, but it... Oh yeah, I guess I wasn't in range, so... I underestimated the distance I had to run wrong. If I bait out that attack, it actually gives me a pretty decent window, because it takes them a while to get that attack off. And usually, if I'm on my toes, I can roll to get out of it. Preferably quick step, but that would require quickly realizing that I'm standing on a blue glowing circle, walking onto Spider or Rom, and then successfully dodging. So this is the tedious part of this particular strategy of focusing on clearing out the spiders, is that every failure is going to be quite the uphill battle to spiders. It means clearing every single wave of spiders. The ideal is that it gives you consistency. But if I do get a counter hit, it's a free kill. Got it. Additionally, the senseless Rob is I'll be able to make Bloodborne. How viable that is in the second and third phase. If I ever don't go for the absolute furthest back spider, then it's very likely that I'll get something like that to happen. Towards the end of my last session, I was thinking of just like throwing bullets at this problem. The problem is that I don't have a good solution for that. Climbing the bow blade is my best guess. I think Executioner Gloves actually worked out quite alright because I found out that the lock-on was high enough to go over the heads of the spiders. Its range was just short enough, though, that I would end up in range of both Rom's AoE blast and the spiders aggroing. So, like, when he spawns in the spiders at that particular distance from himself, I have to be close enough for them to aggro. Wasn't sure if I was cut out of that, but the range I have to be standing for the execution buffs also have to be the forward aggro radius of the spiders, even without them walking forward. Which means that even if I'm using a pillar to try and like weave in and out to block shots from Rom's meteor rain, the spiders will be aggroing them again, which means that I would still be circling. And at that point, I have to question if it isn't better than to just see spiders anyway, since I would have to be so alert. It would feel faster to just be, you know what? I know it's slow, but since I need to be safe and fight the farthest back one every single time anyway, maybe this will help. But it's still a vertical attack, it's light attack, so it's just as prone as missing as the regular one, only there's now a higher penalty for it. That could be nice. Yeah, see, now I can't attack them because that one didn't choose to do something. There's not a lot that I can do with a crowd because of my low HP. Everything is such a severely punished problem. So abysmally short. And success in the game is trying to use what bullets. I mean, I'd have to be making blood bullets after every single shot, but the Tiny Tonitrus has a really good range. Also, I wonder, since if I'm close enough, and I line it up, can the Tiny Tonitrus hit the same target multiple times, if it's big enough? If I line it up with Rom's body from a close enough range, can I get multiple hits of damage on him? That would make this an extremely viable option in that case, even if it is a bit dicey to be up close and personal for this game. When you're in a crowd in a From Software game, you can just envision yourself as standing in the middle of a bunch of dice being rolled, because that's how enemy AI works. It just rolls a random number and picks an attack. Sometimes they will specifically react to something that you're doing, but the opening salvo is always a dice roll. That's difficult to plan. Any particular one of them, really. When that opening salvo is guaranteed almost to be a lethal attack, and it's unpredictable, complicated. That makes things very complicated. So let's skip out on the buff and try and suss this particular. I'm still I have to worry about one behind, and they body block. Right side, you can't hit them. Slightly faster. ROM with it. Like, even if I can get the because I think the single hit with that particular attack must be lower than the hit in the constant Alright, can I hit you multiple times? Seems so for that cost of bullets, it's not viable. How far away can I hit you through? Yes. Yeah, no, that's safe. That was safe. Not a terrible recovery. Starts going for high enough to avoid the spider. Easily get out of range. Heard it, but I was busy trying to rally. That was what it is. This is a good This one is broken. And the ones at the entrance. Okay, so it's only in the most dangerous part of the area. I think I'm still a little bit, yeah. It is circular, but so if I'm far enough away from him, I actually can't hear him doing something. Bloodborne thing. I could have either gotten blasted by the spider butt, or Rom to do that. I'm not going to be able to rally when I make blood bullets. I'm just going to have to take the hit and eat the vial, because it's faster. But the Black Sky Eye, I think, will work out quite nicely. It'll allow me to stack damage on him without actually having to get in range of spiders. Or at least uncomfortable. I'll still technically be in range of aggro from them, but it'll be a comfortable range where I can easily react and roll out of the way. And I'm still looking at ROM, so I can prepare for whatever attack might be coming my way. I'm going to need some practice, though, to pick out the AoE blast's range so that I can comfortably attack from outside of it without having to worry about repositioning. It is nice that that's basically a free kill you can out my buff. It's not terribly difficult to take that attack out. So I don't like how they like to spread out. It works to their advantage. That particular attack. I don't suppose the book contains tips for killing these things. Besides, get behind them, which is bloody obvious. Regular enemies, 183, strong enemies in 213. Canehurst enemies, dream enemies, nightmare enemies. Ooh, I've already passed. Is it classified? Surely the spiders aren't classified as a strong enemy. They must be earlier in the book, I'm thinking. Yeah, now I'm in bosses, so it must be quite a deal earlier. Where? Yeah. Should probably pause this before I end up accidentally pulling a trigger or something. Okay, I am confused. I don't know where the enemy is, so let me just flip to the back. Let's hope that the glossary can provide me with what I need. Index. It's probably listed on Rom's page, honestly. Rom the Vacuous Spider on page 278. Those spiders might not have their own stat block on their own page. They're probably combined into Rom's page. 270 something. I never realized that Rom had a part break capacity. The book seems to imply that he does. Of course, the book also says that he takes reduced damage from his front, and my testing didn't seem to imply that. It doesn't look like his little spiders are listed here, so let me flip back to the index again and make sure that they aren't listed there. What are they even called, though? That's the problem. It's not like I can control F the book to find wherever it says spider. I guess I'm just gonna have to flip through most of the regular enemies and then into the strong enemies if I don't find them there. Okay, so it's like page 170 something that the bestiary starts? Yeah. Yarnum enemies, beast enemies, church enemies, Hemwick enemies, emissaries, Canehurst again. Canehurst then goes into scholars, and then nightmare enemies. Okay, now we've got chalice enemies. Okay, then we're into strong enemies. I wouldn't expect these to be in strong enemies, but it hasn't been anywhere else, so maybe it's in here. Hunter Lantern again. Large nightmare apostle. Yeah, so that's an enemy I would expect to be in strongs. Okay, so these aren't bosses. I stopped too soon. These are actually considered strong enemies still. They just can't be bosses. Hunter enemies. So yeah, that's kind of yeah, now I'm definitely into puzzles. So there isn't a stat block specifically listed for ROM's baby survivors. Damn. I was really hoping that I could get like some kind of secret tip somehow. Goes to show how desperate I am at this. Normally I would never go looking for information. I like to discover my own information. It's also really sad that I'm already down to the point it's like, I'm gonna black sky eye this today. No, that's exactly what I don't need, is to don't quite get behind all of the enemies. And I lose out on the chances of that. I'm now down by there, but I hate it's not like the fact that they have shield heads is unnecessary complication. Which means that no matter what, the process of getting rid of it is going to fight. Strategy, I do need to not trigger phase 3 in a single rotation. As far as the first wave goes, it's much more effortless to use the buff, because once I'm on ROM, I'm going to be able to easily make blood electric allies since ROM won't defend himself on the first wave. Let's commit to buffing. Not commit to buffing. Attack goes like awkward short range. I hope that they have compensate that short range. Also, I'm 100% certain that guarantees myself time. get too far away, I can't hear Rom. That's bullshit. You should be able to hear that Rom is making an attack, especially since his specialty is long-range attacks from any distance. Yeah, this is the original reason why I wrote off this kind of plan without even trying it before, and instead went for like, let's try out the weapon that gives me free beast build-up. Does that work? Once the second, like it's a fine plan in the first phase, but after that, in the second phase, when Rom starts using that massive range, extremely difficult to avoid because it comes from above your head attack. Literally any range besides close range, it becomes a much less viable plan. Close attack there. Wow, and you're still alive. That actually just there is one problem. The spider decides to hug Rom in the second phase and higher. That creates a radical problem that I can't get rid of that spider until it gets off on it. Got those two bursts back. Could try hit and run Huntress attacks to clean out the spiders here. If I just stand here and wait, will that always hit pillars? I'm a little worried about one missing a pillar and landing beside me. That causes it to kill me. I don't know if I can survive even a single hit from them. I'm wearing that protection. I think I can since most physical attacks are lethal anyway. I'll get quite pissed off if you just sit behind a pillar. See, now at close range, I want to be over here, because that could work. It looks like they don't have burst radius, which I probably should have figured out if I was paying a little bit more attention over here. Because I was cutting those quite that I have to take the time and distance to get behind a spider puts me well and truly outside of the comfort point of being behind the pillar. Plenty of time to be caught in the middle of an attack by that spam shot projectile. Ideally, I would want to be in mid to close range with Rom, constantly baiting out the explosion and the AoE blasts of meteors. Those are very easy to avoid just by getting away from him. And then I know while I'm away from him that I can safely either pop some shots with the Black Sky Eye, hunt spiders, or brace myself behind a pillar for the upcoming long-range shot. Because I don't know how fast he can flip them long range after a close range. I also hate that. At any point in time in that, if it had been phase 2, Rom would have killed me with a projectile. Because that's the fucking pinch point. Is that I can't focus on either Spider or Rom. I'm constantly managing both at the same time. I'm having a really hard time with that because if I look with either one, it's instant death. So much of it is scratch. Rom teleporting in have a hitbox? I don't think so. Oh, I think technically when the spiders spawn in, they technically are falling out of the sky around Rom. It's possible that that classifies as an attack. I would call that valid. Rom's little teleportation effect, no, that should not have a damage or a hitbox, and I don't think from past experience it does. But I am willing to bet that the spiders spawn in. Keep saying no Tonitrus, yes Tonitrus, no Tonitrus, because the idea of being able to plow an attack through multiple spiders is appealing, but they don't like to line themselves up. Their AI explicitly actually spreads them out. And it can miss. You would think that lightning bolts skimming across the ground from the sky would knock them out of the sky. Or at least damage them. Even if it didn't knock them out of the sky and I still died anyway, I'd feel better if it hit them and traded death for death. I hate the tediousness of this. There is something to be said, though, that this is a problem I've imposed upon myself. This is an entirely optional root chalice dungeon. Like, at this point that I've gotten all the way to Layer 3, barring the minuscule chance that there's a Layer 4, which I don't have any way of figuring out without killing the boss, I have no reason to kill the boss. I can just farm the map at this point. That is, of course, the point of the dungeon. Farm again. Of course, I could... God, I hate that. Basically instant death. I don't think I can spam a lot of that. Mostly, yeah, I'm not sure, because I don't have quite the reflexes to realize, oh, it has in fact hit me, I have not avoided it, and then immediately start spamming circle. My reaction speeds are not quite that great. And it's a random attack that they don't quite favor as often as just doing the diving headbutt. So I can't, like, just set aside some time to test it out. Like, it's like, I'll stand at the range that is required, they will spit, and then I'll wait to get hit by the first one and start spamming circle and to test it whether or not I can get out of it. Because at that point, like, does it even matter? If I can't do it on reflex, then it's not going to save me anyway. Because it's only going to be a problem when I'm getting caught by surprise by it. Because if I'm at a safe enough range, I'm just going to avoid it. That's very important that if I'm going to have these two hits most of the time anyway, faster weapon wouldn't be a bad idea. Cane, maybe? Okay, I forgot that there was in fact a running 2 for this weapon. But it magically hit every single one of them, so I'm okay with that. Since I'm getting a free buff at the beginning of the first phase anyway. And the buff is extremely well modified on running cane. This is going to be my first attempt to have a slightly faster one. The stamina curse moves unfortunately mean that it actually costs the stamina to have it. But it still kills the... well, that drops the defense, like we already established. So that to double tap. It's a fast, flexible double tap that I can easily roll out. There's another one of them that's the nice part is that if I was really, really determined to be patient, could in fact just lean on having a spare cost parasite, the generator parasite I made, and like I can just stand behind a pillar, since the spiders themselves won't actually approach you until you get within a certain distance. They do a very fine job of playing bodyguard for ROM, which is why the Black Sky could work out decently. I mean, with the way that they spread out, eventually they would spread out into the walls and then around the outer area and like try to flank me. But barring that, killing the ones that are immediately in front of them that would be an aggro thing, would then clear out the freedom to just get in front of from the pillar, avoiding his ranged attack and firing Black Sky Eye shots at him from a safe distance. The problem then gets more complicated though after I get like I Black Sky Eye him out of his second phase, where his third phase then spawns another set of spiders in the opposite end of the room, and I would have to hope that I can clear out the phase 2 spiders at the safe distance while taking barrage shots, and then hope that phase 3 spiders stay out of range, and then they're covering allies. Something even faster, but at that point anything that's faster than the threaded cane is gonna sacrifice the damage. I risk having to take 3 hits, at which point the faster speed is irrelevant, because if they're not dead after I take the attack on them, then I just end up with myself getting flanked. Now Blades of Mercy is definitely not gonna work. Now that I have Blood Tinge going up to a good level, the sweeping attack could be used. I think the running attack on this is actually basically what hits 2 enemies at least, so you can I bow him? We'll find out in the second phase. The bow attacks, light bow attacks. Obviously the fully charged heavies are just begging for me to get metered. But the light attacks and the dodge attacks, light attacks, I can get some work done with them. I have an option now. Oh, I'll take that. Alright, good to know that even though they stopped dropping echoes, they will still drop back. So yeah, this is the part where I'm crazy, because using ROM as an infinite generator of spiders for an infinite insight farm want. Because I think gems are improved. I don't know by drop rate or by power, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that gems end up to be a rare 4th layer better. Maybe that's just from the boss drop. That's probably just from the boss drop. Now that I'm thinking about it like that. Buff blood. Those spiders don't fall. They just seem to kind of appear there. This is going to get rid of my option to engrain. Now emphasize rid of those scratches since I'm going to be taking the long slope. I forgot that I need to go to the bathroom. I choose to exercise the gamer's prerogative. Go to the bathroom when I want to. The game must go. Actually, yeah, since I can sit on it until I save, I don't have to worry about anything. Why not do that? I have, however, lost my buff. Aggroes and spiders get lured back like this. Yes, that does seem to work a little bit. Comfortable about whether or not they can. Yeah, they can aggro me through the pillar and then attempt to perform an attack, which I can't do around the rest of the way. The beast meter the beast meter rush really calls to me. It does. Okay, since I know about the side breaking now, I'm actually going to take another crack shot at the beast rushing. And something probably stupid that really shouldn't bother with, but at this point, I'll try either the beast roar to... I probably should have killed the posse and I could have to repair my stuff. How's it looking? Trippic is taking a beating, but it's fucking tank anyway, so it's fine. If I remember correctly, this is actually going to do a number on the utility of plus 50, and it's not even the highest tier. Intimidating. Now I remember because it's for me, and you notice, yeah, stupid loose ones on it. And I don't remember who had the best beast on this particular beast. Yes, I don't think there's any point to me buffing up Arcane. Simon's comes with a very high balance of physical as well. 30 so far was the highest I saw. 32. Higher physical on this. Oh. That aura has higher feasting on it. Since that's everything I'm going for right now. Fuck the defense. Everything's killing me in one hit anyway. Red aura. Hilariously, on the chest plate, Jura wins out. Go figure. not now, then when? I am always so reserved to use consumable resources, but there does come a point where it's time to actually bite the bullet and start eating resources. Yeah, I do want to go in once, kill a posse, and then come back, fix my shit. Wish I hadn't needed to take 3 more loading screens like this just to fix my stuff, but eh. Look at this. What is up with this? They're just like all lined up in 2 rows. Just loading the dungeon for the first time. And normally they already start to spread out by the time. The damage is so trash. Although, I have to use the 2-handed mode without the Beast Embrace rune to build Beast Meter. However, without the Beast Embrace rune, the 2-handed mode is more versatile to my needs. With the Beast Embrace rune, I still need to do just this. Much more narrow than the 2-handed mode, though. I'm pretending like I've made this more efficient for myself by taking the time to practice, instead of just grabbing my echoes and going back and repairing, because I hate the thought that I've... Yeah, whatever. It's just me having a personal hang-up. I don't give a shit. I do what I want. Blah, blah, blah. Transformation attacks are actually quite powerful to build in here. But everything's built in this. I had forgotten how tedious it was to build them here. If I can make this work, though, a particularly good damage set. In the 2-handed mode, there is no it's just that. This is terrible. So if I'm even going to bother, I can try to go no. The roar rally. Does the roar rally at all? This isn't a terrible way to attack. Since it does it. But otherwise, since I can really farm it off of hitting multiple targets. You know, I'm gonna run in real quick. I'm gonna get my my free blood bullets. Let's see. Before I hit the posse, I'm gonna test the running R2. Alright, is there a running L2? I want to test both the L2 and the Beast Roar to see if they can. Like, I'm sure I tested both, and I know that the Beast Roar tool had a result that I can't quite remember, but the L2 I know did nothing to it. Just dispelling spiders. Okay, so it can knock them away, but is that exclusively the distance behind? It doesn't knock them quite far enough away for me to consider it having it safe, like it's opened up a path, like an opportunity for me to attack, which is the problem. And there's just enough of a wind-up on it that it doesn't feel like a good emergency oh shit button. Like I can't slap the Beast Roar as a panic button, I feel like. It's just not quite responsive enough. No. That should be good enough to fix my gear. Hell, I think killing one of them is good enough to fix my gear, honestly. Yeah, taking a chunk of damage. Wasn't anywhere near breaking, but still better to have it taken care of now. Okay. Since you're not really doing damage anyway, the problem is whether or not I have, I think they're called Radiant. I think that's like the one. Just have the one for radials, and then I think I had a radiant triangle. Christ, there's a lot of triangles in here though. I haven't been farming in a long time. Yeah, it's much weaker than the triangle. It's not really worth it. I mean, I will eventually probably end up hitting a boss with it to tap out the meter. It's really going to hinge on how fast I can. Like, do I aim to break both sides? Now, ROM is so long that it's not really viable to break one side and like have it carefully positioned oneself to then immediately run to the other side and break the other, because it takes damn near all of my stamina bar in one combo set to break one side, unless the beast meter gives me an opportunity to break it much faster. Then I might have stamina left over to break the other side as well. And if I can get both of those staggers to interrupt him teleporting, that might get me down to a point where finish him off. If not before he finishes the teleport, then when he teleports to the far side, spawn spiders, and then immediately teleports over to the final phase side. Like maybe it and just enough hits, just fast enough before the spiders either finish spawning in or start aggroing on me. I wouldn't mind being able to throw a beast roar to like give me just a second of breathing room, but it's an I don't like having a lot of tools equipped, though, because I'm not good at swapping through them under pressure. Watching Chase the Bro, just the absolute legend, not only swapping his toolbar items, but his fucking equipment on a dime, is something I never get tired of seeing. Absolute legend. But does work. I can basically do it. I mean, it works. Can't deny that it goddamn works. Oh, no. I lose the ability to use L2 attacks in the two-handed form in this mode. That was what I was using to really gain meter before. Dicey. Very difficult to manage it because I'm not used to the Beast Embrace version. The unenhanced version that doesn't use the Beast Embrace rune felt a lot more flexible in my hands, honestly. This one feels like you wear the Beast Embrace rune to use this weapon as like a primary fighting tool and damage source. Having that L2 roar is a good like utility for that. What I gotta do with this weapon is I gotta pick out something I can do when I have a wide opportunity to build meter, and then the options I get to use when I don't have a wide window, when I've just gotta hurry up and slap damage so that I can kill. I think I'm gonna save paper until after I'm done doing meter building and spider clearing because of this shit. I can't even survive that because of the increased damage from the high beast. I have to figure out which form I'm going to be using. Since I don't have access to L2s anymore in the transform mode, maybe well, no, in the transform mode, the strong attacks are exclusively these ungodly slow and awkward garbage. But it involves a backstep, which is unreliable. It is godly fast, though. And has a nice recovery. Spammable. Boys, thanks for the escort to the boss. See you later. Next rotation. Yeah, see, that's problematic. Especially when they don't die. They're just body blocking. Beast here, I'll go, I tend to combo them with extension-based attacks, even without the lightning buff. Or open them. These guys are too pumped up, so I'm just gonna I am severely decreased on stamina. That worked out alright, because I got 2 with a strong attack. You're the most isolated. Gotta remember I can't try a trigger. Like, I'm like, oh, what's the L2 doing one-handed mode? Fires your gun, dumbass. Who always went to that? Alright, moment of truth. Build some meter on ROM, and then try and pick him. Here, or will you not? Oh god, that's bullshit. I'm like, wait, he appears here at least briefly, right? Right? No, he just straight up skipped that and went straight to the far side. If he definitely got low enough on an HP level there that I could have killed him with a couple of attacks, I'm sure. Especially if I'd managed to get to the left side of him. I think I would have, like, if I did break him that fast, just with the clip damage I did with, Beast Claw, building back up the meter to top. But not very many though. Install you guys. This is actually absolute maximum. But I'm not really like critical range of them because way too close to an opportunity for them to. It's a shame I've already advanced the night so far that I can't reliably get the stamina recovery blood. I think that comes from the nun, and she's dead. I don't remember. Yeah, in the transform mode. I think it might cost us a snake more chance. isolated. I wish there was an especially painful attack I could use using that attack. But no, it's just the 2 slaps. 2 slaps is all I got. Bunched up, so there's a friend over here. You absolute asshat. Last man standing. Bloody hell. Yeah. I was even thinking that it's like, how well can I use the L2 roar to farm beast meter on him from behind? Now that I know that it has 4 hitboxes and each of them procs some build, it's extremely stamina intensive, but if it gets my meter topped off, I'm willing to, like, as long as I make more on a single roar, then I lose waiting for the stamina to come back. It's a net profit. One of them in the back just dropped aggro for bad like I have 4 and 5. Meter home. I was playing a dangerous game trying to get as much meter out of a single roar as possible, and that right there shows why that's a bad idea. Inconsistent results. Just as liable to get you dead as to save you time. You were gaining on me. That was my plan all along. Stand there swinging while you're not doing walk the door. Considering in a pinch, when I get to the last phase, firing off Call Beyond, a good timing so that its shots are already in flight just before the spiders spawn, which means that before they can kill me. Damn. It's so tempting. Like, I'm thinking, like, there's a large cast animation to a Call Beyond, which is why I haven't relied upon it as much, in addition to the fact that it requires a lock-on, but without the lock-on, I think the shots just kind of fall in like roughly a star pattern around me in an area of effect. I can test it. It's guaranteed. Bloodborne. Shot trouble then is just how long it takes to clear out the first wave of spiders. It's such a bummer. Yeah, look at you, damn spit. Yeah, do a thing so that you're not fighting me. Damn friend. You wouldn't think that that small, like, what is it, 2% stamina regeneration that, Hunter x Hunter really gives you is that significant, but it fucking counts, especially in a file like this. I missed it already. That's dangerous. Completely out of stamina, so I have to take time to step back and get more. Do a thing that is trash so that I can... Oh, I could try roaring on Ramda. Yeah, now I can't see spiders. Explosion, because they freely switch between those and once phase 2 kicks in, there's just too much to keep track of. I think at most I can get 1 or 2 strong attacks to try and profit beast meter. Yeah, once I get down to the last 2 spiders, especially if I can space them out, trying to hit them with strong attacks instead, so that Damn it, I can't... So... just low enough that I can't flexibly use them. The biggest trick is just that I haven't ever really used this weapon much, so I'm learning a weapon basically from scratch, and I don't know what my most profitable options are for meter building with any weapon, because I've never even used the pellets for this. Let alone the unique moveset that Beast Embrace grants Beast Claw. When I was using it previously, I did more time with the unruned claws than I did with the runed ones. The L2 attacks were much more useful for building meter with the runeless version. However, you had to be using the two-handed mode, and that being your best option in the two-handed mode, more or less is a trade-off between you have more things that you build meter than you have one option of I mean, this is neat and all, but why multiple... That's not going to kill the boss fight. Considering killing the boss fight is you have a few times. I mean, if I was more confident in my ability to build the meter while running between spiders, I wouldn't need to do this, but the way I have to fight them, since I can't hit them in the front, and I have to spend a lot of time circling behind them, all of them, because if even one of them is facing me, it's death. I really need to extract from these guys. And it would be nice if they didn't self-get. Hey, look at that. See? Like, just out of range, and all of a sudden, I've lost them. single target, I guess there is nothing better than the strong attacks. It's just that they are so terrible. I think even with a moderate amount of meter, I will still end up killing the spider in only 2 hits. So it'll be a significant stamina cost. And it will build meter, compared to if I was using L2 roar. By finding a spot where I can hit them and not die. They spread out too long. I am standing still way too long doing that. Transformation attack. Oh god, how have I forgotten about the transformation attacks? Stamina intensive as well, but the profit is much greater with them. Hit their backside. It's slightly more flexible because it does involve a bull. Particularly good if I can hit them transform first and then transform through. Great, the jumping attack I didn't even want there. Darn. Now I have to heal twice so I can't rally on anything. The last spider's fat ass in. Don't have good meter before he's at like if I take 20% of his health off and my meter isn't full, I think I'm already on like the losing foot. Just about at the ideal range that I can do that, honestly. It's even more stamina intensive than just spamming, but it works reliably. And I can probably even do it with Alright, that's a slightly faster, while still being fairly stable and consistent manner of building meter out here. And now that I've remembered that transformation attacks apparently are just the best at building meter, I can try lots of rolling transform attacks. Still not something I can get away with. Waste so much time having to circle around them, but it's the only option I have. And that's a bummer. I hate having restricted options. If it was just a bit faster, come on. Yeah. can't roar and then transform into a sting in the one-handed mode where it does the wide swipe. That's going to be even slower. So I'll have to run in, get my bullets, and then back off and start using the roar to strong attack combo. I could also keep my eyes open for being able to do a second swing. It's probably going to be too dangerous and pretty viable, but if the opportunity once they get hit, they split out as well. I think the viability of this mostly comes from the fact that even if I get just 2 of them caught in the roar, damn it, it's always too slow. If I get just 2 of them caught in the roar and then hit them with a strong attack, that's enough to be a significant profit. I'm willing to bet that if I was quick-stepping more, the quick-step attacks on this are probably really good. Let me take an opportunity out to try that. And quick-step it. There is something. It is a quick-step light attack, which involves a very large forward lunge. Swipe arrow. I mean, for what the weapon is, since it's a short range, rapid hitting light weapon, that's a really good quick stepping attack, but it doesn't serve my purposes particularly in this instance. Let's see what the one-handed mode is like. Quick steps and such. Stamina back, and then but with the luring roar strike technique, I get my meter topped off much closer to the boss. And since I'm already going to be spending a lot of time running around between the spiders, that's significant. I need to have the meter as high as possible. Tempting as it is, I can't do anything with that. Strong attack doesn't cause me to bounce. You absolute asshat. I hate that attack so much. For anyone else, in any other scenario, even with the cursed HP, that would not be as much of a problem attack. More of a nuisance. But for me, it's the game ender. Bleh. If I knew what kind of damage it was, I'd honestly at this point be tempted to switch out all my goddamn runes for whatever late runes right, gotta roll away after we do that. Whatever late runes is more defensive than thing. Probably still, even with the best optimized defensive equipment and lake runes, probably still wouldn't allow me to survive the damn thing. Don't get one of them. Walk on, just kind of redirecting it. Stop quick stepping, rolling, back stepping. My tricks. You're not allowed to use it. Damn camera, get the fuck behind me. hell is that about? I swear to God, if that opens with another fucking spam message. I've gotten so many of those on PlayStation. Oh, I already have blood bullets. I don't know why I thought I needed to make those in here. It feels like I've been doing that bad. The rolling attack is terrible. It's a little slow for my taste, though. Ah, it's so slow. Damn it. I don't know why I tried to go for a heavy attack there. Just noticed and finished deleting a apparently 9-second, like, I don't know, it's like there was like just a little vestigial remnant of my last Valheim recording on YouTube. 9 seconds, I'm like, what's the story with that? I've got a IVs meter talk like that. I could just slow down and start I can mix all of that. Now that I've saved the strong attack, I can add more healing. Of course, some of them are also Does the meter take a second to stop falling if you cap it out? Seems like it wasn't decreasing their maximum capacity for a few seconds. But transformation attacks are the best. Light attacks still work if I just need something dead now. I can attack it out. That on. I was in the middle of rolling, and apparently just getting caught in the opening frame of the roll before the iframes kick in with the beast meter is enough. Just one tick. That's all it takes. Have I mentioned I hate that attack? I do. It's the bane of my existence at this point in this fight. What is it? Who is it? Who sent? It's just webtoons. Cool. I was trying to get transformation attacks out of there, but honestly, I don't know what all, besides like rolling and basic attack, you can combo a transformation attack into. It's like, after you finish making blood bullets, does it allow you to transform attack? It didn't seem like it's like, I didn't try it, but like my first instinct was like, no, that can't possibly work. It doesn't classify as an attack or an aggressive movement. Really? I resent that range. It's reasonable. Their arms are very long, but I still resent it. My compulsion to always be trying new things sometimes gets in the way of me just making progress, but it's how I have fun, so whatever. Spamming the roll button, but it's still didn't get out of there in time. Which just goes to show how much of a commitment that R2 is in transform mode. The untransformed R2 that you can tap or charge is honestly more versatile, more reliable. That's how I feel about it anyway. Results may vary, but that's how it feels. Just stick to this. Yeah, that's dangerous. I basically need to run away so I can get them penalized. tempted to just take the damn Beast Embracer off because I miss having those L2 attacks. They were the best of both worlds. They were quite fast, high beast meter building attacks. If I could find this in this form, if I could find something in this that really did a good job of, well, obviously the multiple that even that is almost right. Look at him. Even this derpy little blue boy is mobile enough to avoid that. It takes 70% of my stamina bar, but it does gently profit. Gently. The ratio of stamina consumption, recovery time to meter built is probably not in my favor. It's closer to equalizing than basic attacking, I'm sure, but it's definitely not in my favor. Just gotta commit to rolling transformation. And back. The problem is that I can't switch to trying to get fast into a roll without risking just jumping. There's no fast transition option to switch between sprinting and then transforming. Depending on the positioning, I could probably get in a cheeky lock on and quick step. Can I quick step transform attack? Yes, I can. And that still isn't a viable option to combo transformation in a crowd like this. Running light attack. I haven't used that. I cut off light attack. I don't appreciate you guys spreading out. I also don't appreciate being stuck in the pillar and wall. It's so fragile. It's so temperamental with the plan. It can fail in oh so many ways. Okay, another fight. I resent that I'm not even spending much time fighting the boss. Get off my ass. Stop spreading out. Absolutely. Baboons! Hey. One good option. One good option for building beast meter while fighting the spiders. That's all I want. If I had that, I could skip extraction from these blue baboons. Yeah. I don't know where I got baboons out of, but I'm gonna keep using it until it doesn't feel funny anymore. Probably the jiggling butt heads. Look at him, he's lost aggro. The derpy little... trying not to swear as much. Alright, time to go. Got no stamina, but it's time to go. Spend so much time having to find a viable target. Using beast meter all the while. The transform back is a little bit faster. Transform. I ran into it! Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, I'm garbage. Look at this garbage pile of ash disintegrating right here. Anyway. The transformation to one-handed is faster, which means it's safer, whereas the transformation into two-handed mode with the great big double overhanded diagonal swipe builds much more meter. If I can pull some get good out of my ass and start flexibly acknowledging which mode I need to be using in any given situation, it will improve my game a bit, I think. One of them didn't get caught in the roar, so I died when I took the heavy swing. That's a transformation attack because I just finished rolling and I didn't want it. Dang. For some reason I thought that I had seen my gun in my left hand and that I needed to transform it back, but I was already too close and it made the blood bullets. Got mixed signals though when I did get the two-handed running attack. Quite cancel my brain's plans to press the transformation button. You absolute tosspot asshole! Aggro on me so I can crowd you up. I got a burger. Still haven't really committed to what I want to keep as my default form, one or two-handed mode. One-handed is more flexible, two-handed has more meter potential. I think I should just commit to light attacks until I finish clearing out a large chunk of them. Aggro attacks out of... You tried to head me off, you absolute genius, but I hate you for it. It spits fun of me with his butt. No! Oh, he got me on the backswing. Oh, that would have been a perfect opportunity for a transformation attack. This is the frustration of being one hit away from death on everything. It's like that little clip of damage, it would have been absolutely survivable at my regular level. Well, no. With the beast meter as high as I was keeping it, that was instant death, even if I had the other half of my HP bar. I'm not going to lie to myself about that. Didn't hit all of them. I a bit, and it still wasn't good enough. I really need to stop trying to be so aggressive with this. Make it much more patient and slow on every step of it. But the boss fight already requires so much slow, patient chip away. That's why I'm so aggressively trying to brute force my way through it with a beast meter build up and subsequent boss crushing. To skip 2 phases. So I hit you, but you just like fucking hyper armored through it? And that's... I do not agree. I just keep walking away. I actually still make it. Or like this. Stuff on 3 and range. You all just bunch up. I need you all to let me go. No, some of them didn't get hit by the strong attack. But my meter was full. Check it out. I filled my meter. Good job on that part. And only that part. As long as it's on the screen. That silencing blank, there's something it's like I just viscerally love about the way that sounds and animates. Unfortunately, I've never had enough cause to use it. No, I missed one of them. If I miss even one of them, I could really stand to just drop the attempt to use the strong attack. Would probably make my life a lot easier. I'm just recording. Do you think I'd talk to the wall normally? Absolute legendary range. All the way in the back. Yeah, it's very right-oriented swing. Much shorter range on the left-hand side of it when it gets in closer to the body. Look at me, boys. Keep this bar up. I have to spend all of this time and effort building the fourth boss. And that's just before the boss. I haven't even got the goddamn boss started yet, and I could die any number of 100 ways. And then I have the spiders to get through once I get in here. Tedium ad nauseum. But still, that helps crowd them up. Helps me with bunch of fear. See, it's so easy to lose sight of them. Even just the one other enemy. 2, I have been able to lose them. Alright, I'm happy with that. I correctly calculated that the step forward would put me behind him. I've got to go all the way to the back. Don't spit on me, you absolute papa. I should have done that. That's way too much commitment for an enemy that's looking the left way at me. Just desperately trying to hang on to the little meter on. The forward stepping motions are high risk. I am happy I chose to use a light attack for the second swing instead of a heavy. Even happier that it actually came out fast enough to make this. This is looking pretty good. Please tell me there's only one or two. Oh, there's none of them left. Alright. Do it! Oh, you were making that movement. Hit him on this side here. Dice-Rom! Yes, Die-Rom! I just have to get out of here before the spiders kill me. Oh my god, it's finally over. Please open up a fourth area. Ah. Yeah, that was what I mean, I'm happy for the chunk, but I would have been a lot happier if I could have gotten like 2, 4, goddamn 8, since I need a fucking 16 of them to upgrade something. Alright, first time I ever successfully used the Beast Meter. This honestly would have been better to keep this boss alive so that I could just come in here with, you know, crank discovery and just farm his spawn fighters for wisdom, skull for unlimited insight. Still, how is my insight levels looking now that I've done that for a while, unintentionally? 42, and I think these are worth 3. So that's 39 for a grand total of 70, 81? Yeah, I think that's 81 insight that I've got just in my pocket. Good enough to buy one item of particular value or worth. 3 or 4 of the chunks, which is garbage if I'm honest. Okay, that's done. Holy shit. You know, I bet just from, where's the door? Door's here, centering the room here, and nah. I was about to say, like, from how this particular part of the room is off-center to the left, it's not. The actual lantern itself is off-center to the right. So yeah, there is no 4th layer to this root chalice. Do I keep this chalice, or do I just pluck it up and make a new one? I mean, I can make a new one right next to it by removing, I think the Lauren chalice is what's next to it at this point. And then I die. Unsurprising, honestly. What can I throw at them to guarantee death? Maybe an accursed brew or 2? Take the nice safe route? Honestly, no. They're celestial emissaries. They're mostly arcane in nature. They're probably very resistant to it. I think I'll pull out Simon's Bowblade. Simon's Bowblade is stronger right now than... Yeah, not by a significant margin, but enough. I like approaching this from this angle. Gotta try and get some blood bullets for free out of this, as dumb as that is, before I commit to... Oh, I could have sworn that would have been done. Well, if it actually ended up doing, maybe it would have. Why not? I'm gonna keep rolling. Alright. I think that's actually enough for one of my ungodfully expensive levels at this high of a blood level. Oh, and there's that stupid gesture shortcut. More tinge. We'll fix my shape. Glad that ordeal is over. What did they call it? A nourishing gem, I think I got? Nourishing. I'm having some legendary hopefulness that is a universal up. Don't know where that would land though. Above or below tempering? Honestly, if the cursed gem is only at 18.8, yeah, just the regular uncursed gems that I can get, I think I can find one that they're actually in. Yeah, I can, like, just with uncursed gems, I can get up to 20, usually something like 18 instead. So there's no reason to keep cursed gems around that are at a level of 18.8 for tempering damage. Now, I know it was a triangle. Nourishing. Which means that if I did get one, and it is an attack percent universal up, what would I want to put in? Greater Barrage, Bowblade, I don't have strength, but I could change this if I got some skill up gems to make it skill scaling instead. I think I have something that I've already jammed those into though. What was it? Steak? No. Previously it was in Steak Driver, I think. Where did I put those skill scaling gems? Did I bother to put them in something? I had two of them, I'm pretty sure, although one of them was probably not available. Well, if they're not in a gem, I can probably find it in here. Sharp. Yep. Okay, there is only one, so I think the other one is a sharp triangle, maybe? Maybe. God damn, there's a lot of triangles. God damn, that's a lot of triangles. Oh, that is so many triangles. Gotta get rid of them. Adept. Not bad adepts, though. Would be nice if they were actually thrusting so I could use them. That's a pretty good one for the pick. There's only like 2 out of, I want to say, the 4 hit combo it can swing that it slaps with the side of it. Unfortunately, the second attack is that particular slap, but almost everything that you're doing with the church pick is thrust damage, so these are both extremely good with that. Still, where is that goddamn nourishing gem? Nourishing. It is. Oh, you absolute fucking tosspot. HP deplete. It's not as strong as it could be, but it's still more than I could ever dream of doing. Oh, it is a triangle. Simon's Holy Moonblade is a triangle. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so good. Well, that's a bummer. I'm just gonna have to sell that, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a 20 rank because it came from the boss, so it's the maximum possible that you can get. But I got an HP depletion. That's a bummer. Yeah. All told, it absolutely was a waste of my time to spend so much effort going after that ROM fight. It was better to just keep it for the farm. For the insight farm from the wisdom skulls from the spiders. My tempering presence are garbage. This is trash. That fire attack would completely nullify the point of the physical, and it's not high enough of an odd effect to consider for an actual fire weapon. Poison and bolt, which is kind of random. So I'm just right now going to go through and wow, a weapon up buff. That's honestly kind of worthless. Keep my eye on that third slot for the negative effects. If I see a HP depletion, it is getting sold immediately. Ah, a recovery one. Wish there was a way to like lock in a gem to make sure that you don't ever accidentally sell it. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of tempted to keep that just as a trophy. I don't want to ever accidentally stick in the weapon, though. Forget that it has that draining effect, and it's like, oh look, this is a great gem, stick it in, and then just bleed to death while I'm fighting shit. That's nice. I think that I almost hate that flat arcane damage up gem that I've got in my cost parasite, the uncanny one, because like that's a nice flexible, like the cost parasite has durability to spare, so that's the most ideal curse you can get on it with a stamina cost reduction down, since you almost exclusively are using quick stepping attacks with the weapon. That would be really, really nice, but I don't think a 23.1% can actually win out even against how high of an odd effect I have on it. Nope, universal attack down, garbage. Minus 8 depletion, I don't even need to look at whatever the positive effect on it was. I mean, if there's a curse of it draining 1, maybe 2, but honestly, if it's higher than 1, I would probably get rid of... Ooh, wait. That would be a really good one for the Moonlight Greatsword. Again, would be nice if I could, like, lock in or star gem. That's garbage. Star gem. That's garbage, too. That would invalidate it. Very nice, probably on the gem. I'm gonna make the executive decision since I've got so many 20.6s, that having a slot wasted on weapon durability up is not perfect. Down, garbage. Actually, yeah, since I've got so many in the 19 and 20 range, now that I have that many, I'm going to start selling off the 18s. Ooh, careful. That's what I'm trying not to do, is spam the button too fast and accidentally sell a 20. Oh, universal attack down. That's absolutely trash. It would also be nice if you could go through the list and just flag multiple items at once for sale, instead of having to select each one individually. Nah, that's too weak even for decorative effect like on HP regeneration. with all of the cursed ones I have, that are much stronger, if you don't have at least 10, or 9, I'll at least have 9 that I'm selling you. You're too weak now with what cursed stuff I've got. You're versatile, so I'll hang on to you. Too weak. Too weak. You guys are honestly too weak too. Because I've only got like 2, maybe 3 if I have like uncanny or lost parasite that I add to the whichever the other one is that I already have. Because I know I've got like 60 plus 60 flat arcane effects, so I don't need you guys anymore. That's too weak. This used to be like the only relevant gem I could fit in one of my cost parasite slots. I'm tempted to keep it just for decorative purposes, but at this point the damn list is so long, I gotta get rid of shit. I need to stop being such a hoarding collector for garbage. Keeping things for sentimental value. Again, if you're not at least 10, that help recover. Well, no, this is crescents. Weapon is only ever going to hold 1 crescent, whereas it can often fit 2 radials. This gem is responsible for my trivial knowledge that the barfing attack on the cost parasite, assuming that the basic attacks do in fact apply slow and rapid poison. It's so small on them that it's possible that they just straight up don't. But the barfing attack that you do on your backstep with it in two-handed mode absolutely applies a significant amount of poison and rapid poison buildup. That is too weak to be relevant, ever. Okay, thought I saw a bolt and fire effect. Which would not play out well. I think I've already been through selling those. Now I just gotta pay attention to these. Again, well, no, for poison effects, especially since it's so high with basically a relevant curse. If you're using poison effects, I can't imagine that you're concerned about your damage. You regenerate, the enemy bleeds out with poison. All around a win-win. I wanted to check and see if I've actually caused any significant damage at all to the list of triangles. Pretty good. Did pretty good getting it down. There's still a lot of them, though. There is so many of damn things. Where is that sharp? Okay, so sharp is all the way down past the elementals with just before poisons. So we'll convert that into the B. I wouldn't mind a curse effect that allowed the scaling to go even higher by deducting, like, strength or arcane. Well, no, then there would be the chance that you would have, like, deduct arcane scaling on a weapon that doesn't scale with arcane damage well anyway, or doesn't have blood tinge scaling. It deducts blood tinge scaling. So yeah, that wouldn't really balance out well in the long run. Now, I did have a sharp one in here somewhere. It's not a cursed one, though, but somehow it still equals out with a cursed effect. Takes a net loss, though. So let me look at the cursed ones. I don't have many left. Most of my good radials are in things already. This weapon is fairly durable. And it also already has a cursed effect in it. Don't know how I would feel about putting 2 durability downs on this sucker. How does that compare? It technically raises the damage over. I don't know how much of that is being factored. Like, I don't know if that, what is it, 137 damage is being factored into that 550, which doesn't apply unless the blade is transformed. So I don't, and it, of course, being a heavy two-handed weapon, isn't going to hit anywhere near as fast or as often as Simon's Bowblade does. So I think that it being only an increase of a little less than 60, it actually in total, is a decrease in damage. I don't need beast access anymore. I'm about to take a break from chalices for a moment to go play with a new toy. Actually, while I'm up in here, okay, so that doesn't take anything from my bullets. Cool. So neither of the transformation attacks cost any bullets. No, I don't have to worry about that. But they are extraordinarily slow. But that's not really anything new for a two-handed weapon that really scales. Like, that's not anything new for a strength weapon, or even just a two-handed weapon in general. I'm gonna go play with this, killing the blue-eyed beasts. Everybody's favorite chunk farming source, the goddamn Upper Cathedral Ward blue-eyed beasts. A genocide among genocides. Or maybe that's just something I do. From the looks of it, whenever I see somebody chunk farming in the Bloodborne community, it seems to mostly be in reference to palaces. A little slow and awkward, but let's see what it does. I don't have a gun, so my emergency solution of parry the shit out of them isn't going to work well. Yeah, for as little damage as I'm doing, as much as it's costing me, as slow as it's going, this is no good. Oh, but look at how much goddamn HP I have. It's so good to have HP. Oh, that didn't trigger a backstab. I was kind of hoping for a Simon's Bowblade effect. Oh, that is the backstab, the extended back. Just so god-awfully slow and terrible that I wasn't convinced that it was. I get a leaping attack. Oh, well, they took me bullets. Did I take bullets too? Let's tell. Yeah, let's just make some more, and then we do it again. I forget what the L2 does. We're going to do a strong attack first. That does take bullets, but just one. Considering that, it's quite versatile. Projectile. Glad that was in range. That was very out of stance. Okay. It's novel, but not for this particular build. So what else can I play around with? That's honestly really terrible damage. I need to put a better triangle on that. This doesn't really scale with anything, which makes me wonder if the unique effects of it are a force unto itself. Like it's an amplifying multiplier that significantly enhances even the smallest amount of damage. That's really cool. That's a very versatile set of attacks. Yeah, look at that shit. The damage is so much lower than everything else I have, but it already did like 900. On an enemy that's basically resistant to those effects. Like physical damage basis. Oh, I'm about to get frenzied. How is it on a less than fully charged? My spacing is terrible. Terrible. Unless you get the explosion, that really has multiplier. It's also directly in front of you and nowhere else. You know, as light and fast as this weapon is, yeah, look at that shit. Oh god, a legend with this weapon would be a force to be reckoned with. Yay, Chunk. No lingering effect whatsoever. It is exactly only like a one-frame hitbox right in front of you when you cast it. This is a Master's Legendary weapon. All of the damage potential you could ever dream of on something that you can hit it with. Emphasis on that you can hit it with. But that is a weapon that, once I have a character with HP, I would love putting all of the time and effort just getting good with that. Never be useful in PvP, I wouldn't think. That's a level of legend that I would never dream of achieving, but for playing around, lots of fun. No, what are you doing? Butt face. What are you doing? You absolute weirdo. No, you're fine. You're not in trouble. You're just weird. She was licking the open packets of the antibiotic pills, chewable pills that I gave her before. I mean, hell, she was treating them like treats. And just absolutely snarfing the thing down out of my hand. So I'm not surprised that she's continuing to treat them like treats. But I am. What I would dearly love is an enemy in the Chalice dungeons. Not even with the range of the weapons. Get close enough to them to backstab. Beast is too easy to easily pick up aggro. Oh god, no, not you. No, die. No, I will die to the beast. I am happy to die to the beast. It's not the brain sucker, not my insight. That shit's mine. That's the one thing that, like, I would call this a just fine farming area, but if you make too much noise at the wrong time, when that fucking brain sucker is at the entrance, then he'll come join the fight and ambush you from behind with his goddamn pin down spell. Anyway, that's why you have to start sprinting as soon as you get here, because you have no time to wait. Novelty. Please catch it. I missed it. That capacity to be able to, like, phase through their head and be unable to collect on the visceral is garbage in, like, the utmost extreme. Also, I don't have Rapture on, so I can't heal from visceraling them, which explains why my HP is still low, which means that doesn't matter. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm here to farm. That's all I'm saying. I've never really been able to shake the placebo belief. Oh, okay, but it does fill and heal me, so as long as I'm not consuming more violence, I'm doing good. I've never been able to shake the placebo belief that if you do the overkill damage that gets you extra blood echoes, then it also improves your drop rates on items. Just because it seems like whenever I've spent my time visceraling and only visceraling, seems like I would get chunks more often. Of course, that could just, as I said, be a placebo effect, because I'm paying attention and looking for those odds instead of recording all of the drop rates. To actually fact-check and put data behind that belief hypothesis. I can't prove it. So it remains just a sneaking suspicion with nothing to back it. And potentially, you know, a massive reason I'm wasting my time. And I could just be beating them all to death with a whip. It would be so much faster. I would would also love an enemy I could farm in the chalices to get the stun and be making Echo Profit. I think I had a location where I could farm them, but they were like on the other side of a blue posse, which makes me think it was like layer 3 of the 6th dungeon of East. Yeah, I think with this in transform mode, I only need 2 attacks instead of 1, so it rallies significantly better. No, I got that. I refuse to believe that I didn't get that. My denial of reality has resulted in my death. I could use an armchair with like actual comfortable arms, or at least the capacity to not lean on the belt. Yeah, honestly, clever, but doesn't matter. Probably gonna die anyway. And one of you shits has my echoes. You, which is acceptable. There, I really bugs out on these pillars. Oh, I did get it. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I don't like this. Passive, aren't you? Fine, die. I don't need to be getting a bloodsucker on my ass. Die! Thank God you things are weak crust. Neat. How many do I have now? Probably like 4. 5. Yeah. What was I even collecting them for? I've forgotten. Like, there was a weapon I wanted to play with. Rifle spear, maybe? Open up the capacity to just shotgun everything to death? Maybe it's a weapon I put away in the box? I don't know. Well, like, I can't remember what I was farming it for. Anyway, I probably should have said it out loud, and then I could have just flipped backwards through the recording a couple of minutes and figured it out. Shame. Hello. Back home. Now, what I do know I wanted to do was go back into that science place, whichever floor it was. Must have been the second floor, I want to say. Possibly a side chamber, but it definitely wasn't the 3rd floor. Yeah. I mean, as long... surely I have a higher HP regeneration rate, in fact, even just as a secondary. I need to sell this. Garbage. It's universally applicable garbage, but it's still garbage. Surely I have a better HP regeneration rate at this point in the game. I stand absolutely corrected. Holy shit. Which is why it's a lost version, because goddamn. honestly kind of a problem. Use those other more relevant weapons. Like, this doesn't even have curse gems in it yet. I've already got the best of the best in here. No, I think this one I can improve, yeah. Attack versus beast down. Terrible for this because the shredding weapons. It's really good at that. I don't want to. That's why. That's why that's in there. It's because it's the only goddamn one I have that doesn't have weapon durability down, so I can't use the other ones. Simon's Bowblade is, yeah, way flimsy. You cannot put a durability curse gem in this sucker. You will have a bad time. What the hell was I going to improve? Raider Blush? Raider Blush. But the Raider Blush also has extraordinarily low durability, which is why I've never put any of these goddamn things in here. But it isn't as affected by concerns for beast damage. We'll keep that in there. I feel like I should have more triangle 22s. But I guess not. Maybe it's because I used them all already? Question mark? Wash is cranked decently now, but Arcane was already tricked to the nines. Best that I have on offer that doesn't cost durability. I could put this away because I'm not going to use it anytime soon. I could upgrade the Beast Claw. I mean, I had a lot of fun with it, as much as it presented its own unique set of problems. Not a very durable weapon, oddly enough. I would think that it would be, since it's such a simple construction. It's basically two claws strung together. Very stamina cost is honestly pretty bad on this, because it relies on spam attacks so heavily. And I have thoroughly buggered my menu. Back in there. Where do I have all my cursed radials? I know I don't have many, but yeah. All those 18, 19s, yeah, that doesn't need to be moved anywhere. What is this? 19.8. Surely I have at least a kind of decent temper. Loses 1 point. That's fine. Could stand to put him away, actually. Kingdom for a gem that doesn't fuck durability. thought has just occurred that the whole reason I was doing this prep is to go kill hunters that I think have the highest chance to drop radial gems. So why am I worried about putting radial gems in weapons that I'm not going to be using for that task? Actually, I used up some papers, so let's stockpile old papers first. Yeah, that feels good. There we go. Alright, now then, what layer was they on? That's good English. That's good grammar. Let's try layer 2 heart. See backwards. Because if I'm remembering it right, it was off to the side in a hole in the wall right before the boss door. So if it's layer 2, which I'm feeling it should be, because I have that memory, it shouldn't be a side passage. Forward. I need to go backwards. It always spawns you in facing forwards, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm in the antechamber. Do you call that an antechamber? It's the lead up passage. There is the doorway. Yeah, I can sneak attack. I think I have to be pretty damn close to the other one. Well, technically a 3. If I remember right, it takes forever for them to actually drop. Okay, I got a temporary triangle on it. These are closer to the top. Has 6 on it. Let's go straight to the bottom and see if there's anything relevant and new. Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. I don't remember what I had before or not. I do have the, yeah, I have the parasite on, which means that in an emergency, I can use that if a hunter somehow gets up on me. What's up here? The lever, an opportunity to farm your kind. First arcane damp blood gem at C5 in triangle form. There is, yeah, I could use the triggers to scale faster. My best arcane triangle at the moment is 23.1. Followed by 22.3s. That'll help me distinguish if I ever actually get a good drive. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Stop! Okay, and if I remember correctly, from this particular location, I can, in fact... Oh, that's that very much did not work. Yeah, I can sneak up on the one over there as well. If I remember correctly, double tapping that one is particularly more challenging because of odd angling. It seems, I think it must be the clothes that the bone ash armor set makes it particularly difficult for me to distinguish where I need to land the backstab and how I need to be positioned, so that after that first one, I get the second one. I'm gonna take some fall damage. And it's going to disappear by the time I get back to the relevant location, because I immediately forgot that I needed to run backwards. I think this is faster. but it's hard to say for certain because there's this run-up chamber as well. Let me just run and see if... no, because I think that the lantern is... Yeah, this is actually faster. I'll come back on the second tier. Yep. But now, it is time to go to the bathroom, which I've been holding since, I don't know, about halfway through the wrong fight. Myself a snack and a mug of water before I sit here for the next 4 or so hours grinding away. So, what can I look at more? What can I work on with my eyeballs and my brain instead of my hands? Yeah, Holy Moonlight Sword. Oh, Simon is associated with the church. Interesting. Well, yeah, he was kind of obsessed with truth, so he probably got that way from having lived being lied to. Beast Cutter isn't going to be any service anytime soon. And I think it was the Beast Claw that I was planning on upgrading after I finished farming chunks. Layer 2 core, not hard. So much for finding something for my eyeballs to do while I eat. Good old off-brand Nutty Bar. Terrible for you, but delicious. Finish off the last bite of this first bar. Alright, and find the hole in the wall and get to it. Thing. They don't notice that noise. Yeah. And he did not drop anything this time. Alright. Forgot about that. Okay, that's me making the water noise. And then the doorway here. I know that they have fiddly aggro radius. I'll take this nice and slow. Because I'm here to farm. That means I want easy farming. I think it's also the weird nature of that hat. Oh, hello! Deal. I just fucking murdered you. Ha! Oh, that feels legendary whenever you get that anti-heal area up. And radial murky. I can't tell if that's rare or not. Morning for the 5th time, Mother.
I had a rough night.
I mean, this is, what, trip number 4, 5 to the bathroom? The only time. Ah, right, I don't have Rapture, so I should have waited until it's close. Well, this is less than ideal. Can I call beyond that puncher while they're still down there? How do they have to move? Are you directly underneath me, you absolute tosspot? That is extraordinarily inconvenient for my attempt to bombard you with artillery. Maybe it is. Well, if I get the lock on, stay there for a little while. Kind of. enormously consumption of can't quite cover them, but at least the goddamn scorpion's dead now. Maybe if you had the big sword out, that would work. Don't just stand there. Oh, hello, your friend heard me. Holy shit. Gonna die. Gonna die. Yep, I'm dead. That's what I get for talking smack. Should have just scrapped that as soon as the backstab failed. Really should have, but I can't help myself. I have to try. What's life without a good challenge? Plus the type of bad downstairs. And again, it never really does because Cost Parasite is just like made to cheese the shit out of it. Bring the power of the orb into absolutely devastate as your reward for devastation. A gift from the gods. Triangle. I guess East specializes in triangles, which is more or less what I was hoping for when I came here. I was also hoping for an arcane specialization, so all told, I got everything I was hoping for. Good, glad they did it. Seems to be more damage from behind. I don't know if there was like a specific mechanic to that or not. Okay, and this time I will have to remember that, unlike his friend, where I can basically stand on the back of his heels, he doesn't even aggro. You have the goddamn aggro radius, finesse, fucking bloodhound. I tried to fight him, and that was a mistake. Damn, I'm already at 237,000 blood echoes? These hunters are worth goddamn legendary amounts of money if you kill them. And given that I can freely and easily backstab one of them to death, I'm just being greedy, just going for the second one. I could bold mark after the first one and just repeatedly kill him over and over again to farm my radios, but I'm betting that the second one being so goddamn aggressive and powerful compared to his really complacent, daft friend, means that he drops the better gems. Or I hope. Which would then mean that if I will go and find, I think it was the side chamber, or maybe it was part of the main room in the Layer 3, could be either one, but that passageway behind the boulder with the two hunters, where one of them's a Canehurst hunter, I bet that Canehurst hunter drops really good gems. And you couldn't see, but I was absolutely gesturing with a nutty bar there instead of taking a bite out of it. Left hand? Yeah. Yeah, so just for this damn hunter right here being such an easy cheese, I don't think I can possibly ever get rid of this chalice. This is just too precious. $29,000. First cold, damn blood gem, cold. What the hell is cold? Is that flat scan? Is that a flat boost? Triangle from the top, and use the triggers to go fast. Is that flat arcane? I think. No, that's arcane scaling. Ah, but with universal attack down, that's garbage. That is so many levels of garbage. What are you gonna do with that gem? That gem is absolutely worthless. Yeah, even just there, I'm pretty sure that particular attack did more damage than the last one. I don't know what's causing the discrepancy, but I'm not complaining. Alright, I think I actually need to have the buff on to reliably double tap that. No, if I can even get the double tap on. Most reliable way to go. That might have been because I'm a little slow. Oh! I didn't even get the stun in time to punch him. So his buddy was worth 29,000. I should check to see how much this one's worth. If he's worth more blood echoes, that more or less provides, you know, a healthy amount of support for my theory that he's stronger and therefore drops better gems. Not guaranteed. There's so much random numbers in this that you can't guarantee damn near anything without cracking open the code. But you can make some educated guesses. And that's it. No more nutty bars. You only get 2 in a package. And again, remember to make the blood violets right behind his absolutely unaware ass. So long we okay, so I was actually a little bit off to the right there from him. I was just crashing out. What's that about? At full HP, 4.3% extra damage. I should keep that in mind. That's basically free damage. And now my blood echoes are right on top of his ass. So if I'm off to the right a little bit, it's not a bad thing. Also spam that trigger. There we go. That is lethal. He is worth it like 30,000 more. And he dropped me the radial that I'm looking for. It's a shame that I can't look at the details of it from here. It's a parentheses 5 though, so I didn't think it's that high of a rank. It's probably not absolutely that great, but I'm absolutely in need of the damn thing, so I'll take whatever I can get. Hey, I think that might be the one he dropped. HP recovery, not quite the highest it could be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the one he dropped. That must be the one he dropped, because I think I already had this one. HP recovery, and beast attack down, and physical damage up. That's some good shit. I wouldn't mind putting the durability damage up on this one in exchange for, let's say that, well no, the triangle wasn't the one that I have that for, so swap it out for the kin attack up. Well, the pierce damage is especially good against kin though, more often than not, so I want to leave that on there. Whatever. Time to farm more gems. Where's my bolt? There's my bolt. That's my lantern. And that's my bolt arms mark. Where are all these followers coming from? Alright, this time, I'm going to actually get my free blood bullets out of his butt. Please be in time. Yes. Blood bullets achieved. 3 gems. Yep. Oh, I didn't drop anything. And I'm not chancing you aggro. You guys. Oh, blood vial, thank you. I needed that. Huh, I didn't even rally down. And I even land over here. Okay, this is working out really for a smooth run. As long as I don't fuck up on this guy. This absolute legend of Bloodhound. Seems like I need to be ever so slightly off to the right to end his day. Fell swoop. He didn't get anything, but he got so much echoes it doesn't even matter. Okay, so I have now completed thoroughly a root Jundin from top to bottom and basically achieved an ideal farm. I'm sure I could probably do better than this in terms of just like raw potential for what I can gain. But in terms of how easy this is, I don't think you'll ever pass up the ability to chain backstab to death or fell swoop. I should be alive still because, yeah, I'm not a player. No big deal though. Does he give me less if I don't backstab him to death? No, okay. Hunter HP bars are long enough that the difference between backstab or not isn't a significant enough quarter or portion of their health to count for the bonus for overkill. They have so much health, I don't think you could overkill them unless you, like, wreck the fool with a bone ash cannon. I am going the wrong way. I got turned around. Yep, well, thanks, game. I absolutely wanted that jumping. And I absolutely wanted that really, really delayed transformation attack. I mean, to be fair, that's normally a really good thing. That you can wait almost a full second after a quick step and still get the quick step attack. So you can really mix up your timing on it. Normally a good thing, so I can't really complain about that, but it sure screwed me over really nice and pretty. Man, that's one thing about the mustache. You can't drink from water without a significant risk of tripping it. This is not good. This is not good. I don't remember enough about the layout of this dungeon to know where I am. Where's the ladder? I need the ladder, and absolutely not the room with goddamn hunter. Ladder over here. No. I think it's in a room, the round chamber, and it's plastered to the wall. Yes, thank God, okay. I'd be absolutely screwed if I went to fight the hunter from up front. Because I need to get behind him, past him, or something like that to actually... And I'm still behind him. Good. This is great. This is good. I like this. This is going to work out fine. Everything's going to be fine. That enemy over there is got the weirdest patrol pattern that just turned around right in front of me. I'm off to the right. I think the ideal position for that. Oh, you're still alive. I had meant for that to be a gunshot, but I'll take that L2 trigger attack. That actually works out alright. I accept any option that results in satisfactory conclusions. Reset button. Thank you. No! Say goodbye to those echoes. As soon as I realized that was a regular attack instead of a quick step one. It's like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to die here. And I did. Because it's slow, it's awkward, and my camera was pointing down, so even if it was in range, it missed. Feels bad, but whatever. I'm here for the gems, not the echoes. The level of lux would be nice, but I'm just going to throw it into Blood Tinge anyway. And that's going to make basically no difference. I think Blood Tinge has a soft cap that's really low. 25 or 30, the last time I remember hearing somebody talk about it. Like, compared to, like, I want to say, the soft cap for strength dexterity scaling. Oh, that's not good. Well, at least he died. Damn Scorpion, I don't need to be charged back to death again. Ay-ya! Would you not? What is your aggro? You got ears of legend and a dick to a nose like a fucking bloodhound? How big are your ears? Oh, the camera just got me. Ay-ya! Cute. I can't believe that spamming the R1 trigger there will actually cover my ass. Another tempered radius, which is what I'm here for. I will accept it as a consolation prize for the fuckery that all of that was. So it is possible to be too far off to the right when attempting to assassinate his friend upstairs. Seriously though, if you make any kind of noise anywhere around that Bonash hunter, he is on you. Jesus. It's like, I can stop sprinting right there, which is significantly closer than I could ever dream of being to his friend downstairs. Oh, I don't need blood bullets. I'm at max. Yeah, I resent that you can aggro me from, like, that level of verticality when your head is on the ground. Like, your head drags on the ground. You should not be able to see up. It's like, I know I can fall and even do a plunging attack and not attract his aggro. Because that's what I do to finish the Scorpion. But somehow, his friend being downstairs and having a fight with him, even if it only lasts for like 1 or 2 blows, he's a-coming. Like, you can hear him buff his weapon with fire, and he's ready to go. Too far. Nope. Worked out just... And... Yay! Alright. Have a glance at those to see... As long as they're not HP to... HP. I had to open my goddamn mouth. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a well-rounded one that's really good for me. I basically only got 2 that fulfill my conditions of not being durability down, but they were both really good ones. Not as high of damage as they could possibly have, but I was really happy about that for a split second, and it's like, ah, HP depletion. Just as I was opening my mouth to mention it. Because I'm great at predicting how wonderful everything with random number generation goes for me. It's a good thing I find slot machines boring. They just absolutely wreck my life. Then again, they're designed to wreck people's lives. The house always wins. So that's nothing new, but yeah, okay, like, that aside, it's like, I never have good luck with random, I always plan for the lowest common denominator. I expect that everything with random numbers is going to go wrong as many times as it can possibly go wrong before it goes right. If I have the choice to lean on skill, I will always go for the lean on skill choice. Because I can make my skills better by just practicing. I can't make my luck better by just rolling harder. That doesn't work. Yeah, I'm only getting 1 point of damage from it. To be fair though, I'm not gonna wait to level up until after I pull out a weapon in my main hand that scales 1 so that I can see how much it's adding to that. It's unsurprising that it's only adding like a point to the gun. This is at the level well past where I'm pretty sure using the Evelyn actually results in more damage, but that odd sideways pistol shot angle that the Evelyn has and the tendency for it to miss at certain distances, I don't feel like mucking about with that. Okay, so I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try and start upgrading the Beast Claw. I could save up 3 more and finish upgrading the Saw Spear. That wouldn't be a terrible plan, because it's basically the Dexterity Cleaver. Which reminds me, since I have the Saw Spear, and I'm basically never going to be using the Cleaver, go ahead and put that away. Now I have 1 less item in my inventory to shift through every 300 times I check it and think, what do I want to play with today? Anyway, what was I getting the unterrible durability gems for? I think... No, that's a radium. Okay, so I probably need to lean on that 17.9%. 67.5, that's why. I don't think I'm ever going to find anything that can beat that out. Because of the unique, weird way that the cost parasite does its scaling damage. Because, like, look at it. It says that its base damage is 57. And, that means that more often than not, you actually want odd damage scaling with flat numbers instead of the percentage that every other weapon in the game wants. Was it the Raider Balash that I wanted to put neat stuff on? Because, yeah, I've got no durability damage down on this. Ooh, that is perfect for the Beast Claws. Reduces stamina cost? That's legendary. Ooh, this is garbage. Oh my god, that's so much garbage. It nullifies the physical modifier by adding fire, and then it universally attack downs it. That's so many levels of garbage. I don't even. Reduces stamina cost is really nice, but damage is even better. More damage is even better. But no, I should save those. Okay, since stamina costs are down, is so good for that. Let's see if I don't have another triangle weapon that I could really be putting down. Specifically my legendary pick. I have Fizz Up at... Oh, there's 2 Fizz Up at full HP percentages there. The additional 5% or 10. The universal 10 appeals to me more. Right, glad that I didn't put that in the Beast Claws. Because the Beast Claws have kind of low base damage, so they don't get as much natural benefit out of... but now I have a Beast modifier down, but... It's fine. I have options for shredded damage if I want something specialized for beast hunting. Like the Saw Spear, that's at +8. What do I want to put that healing triangle in? that one, so this is just a novelty mostly. Add rapid poison effect? Nah, how about healing? Is it good enough to compare for the healing one? Oh, that's a fairly competitive flat arcane boost. But it's 67.5, isn't it? Yeah. So I don't want to worry about that right now. Where is it? Where did it go? I know I have it. I swear I was just looking at a plus HP regeneration effect. But this is stronger. What is this that I'm putting it in again? Threaded Cane. Not against beasts, no. Threaded Cane has that serrated damage bonus for beasts. I swear I was just... It was a triangle, right? Am I going insane? Was it a radial? Was I looking at a radial and now I'm just being dumb? Oh, there it is. I think. No. Yeah, it was a radial. Okay, I'm just stupid. And it has attack versus beast down, so I don't want to put it in serrated. So what's something I can put it in that doesn't do serrated? I should play around with this because its scaling is alright, all things considered. But it uses a crescent slot. Crescent slots are trash. I have a Lost or Uncanny. Probably both. Because I'm sure I've seen this in shops. It doesn't matter whether or not I've bought them. Regeneration in Simon's Bowblade wouldn't be terrible. It doesn't do serrated damage, so a negative to beast damage isn't going to be that significant. If I can swap out the one that's for kin damage, yeah. Versus beast down. I don't know if the arrows technically count as thrusting damage or if they fully register as exclusively blood tinge damage. Either way, it's not often that I would use Simon's Bowblade against beasts. I usually have much more well-rounded options for that. So let's have a look at the cursed gems in here. The regeneration on these two rally gems. I gotta remember to sell that. I'm going to absolutely accidentally stick that in something and then bleed myself to death by pulling it out. That. Versus beast down again, which is fine. So it's a ranged weapon, so having a regeneration effect on it is quite nice. Cannot put durability damage on it though. I'm saving that one because it's good for something else. So yeah, just having the uncursed effect on it is fine. That'll do. So that I have those really good gems. Rally potential, physical attack up, just costs stamina. This costs almost nothing to swing, so boosting the rally out of it sounds pretty good. And I previously only had 19. No, attack versus kit up is kind of pointless. This is a weapon I would primarily use for its rated damage against beasts. It's a 200 HP weapon though, so the durability down on it, it's not significant as long as it's just one. And negative 63, like negative 50 was already bad enough on the threaded cane. Negative 63 is even worse, but if it's just the one and it's got a full 200 durability, I'm willing to take that hit. Really? I only have one cursed waning? Must be another... must be another... what is this, 19.5? Surely I've got a flat one that's better than that. So I do have a lot of... no, I guess it's all based around 14.2. And these are depth 17 gems, too, so these are sort of damn near the best you can get. Crescents are really terrible at modifying physical damage. Then again, I think that the book said that they were really good for... I forget the names right out of hand, but the stamina modifier and the pulsing HP regeneration is what this crescent specializes in. They get really strong effects for that. And the default parasite uses them. Huh. I'm trying to think about like the universal logic around that. It's not terrible because the parasite, in terms of fighting PvE and PvP, is all quick step attacks at maximum range. It's a mid-ranging weapon that relies on its total distance that it can keep from the enemy. So filling it full of regeneration and stamina cost reduction would be one pretty effective strategy, especially if you can get them as secondary effects to... Actually, no. You can get really strong odd effects, as exampled by this one. Like, that's the secondary effect, which is technically, I think, weaker normally for percentages, but I think odd damage is more or less unaffected by being in the secondary slot. Or I assume it must be from how goddamn well Arcane scales. Because, like, that's not, like, the only instance of 60 plus odd modifier that I've seen before. Maybe it's an Arcane unique thing, because I've never seen Fire or Bolt that quick. They usually have come out at, like, 25, 35, maybe 40, I think, once. So having a primary of stamina cost reduction or HP regeneration, if you can get it in the radials, but the Crescent then would make it extremely easy. You could stack the Arcane flat, which is what you want for the Chaos Parasite because its base damage is so low that the percentages don't modify it as well. I haven't gotten Arcane. Here, have I? Pretty sure I haven't gotten any good Arcanes yet. In Radial. Yeah. Radial Arcanes are unbelievably rare so far. Okay, so what do I do from here? I mean, I have consumed damn near all of the game's content. Oh, actually, wait. Duh. Fucking hell, I put this down forever ago and forgot about it because I wanted to explore the East Route dungeon to farm myself up some gems so that my Parasite could become legendary. In the process, I realized that the slots and drops that I had for gems were terrible on the base Parasite, so I got myself an Uncanny and upgraded it all the way to +9. And now I have a good Parasite, and it's great for fighting those NPC hunters. So, you know, mission accomplished on the side passages, I guess. Now it's time for the last big dungeon of the game. But first, as always, empty out Blood Echoes. I restocked my papers. Gold, yeah. Anything else I want to buy to restock on here? Or I just sink it all into Echoes? More sedatives wouldn't be a terrible idea. I don't know if I'm going to be encountering any friends downstairs. Alright, that's not bad. Oh, wait. Before I forget, I gotta get rid of that goddamn -8 gem. Yeah, fuck that gem. Oh, jeez. It's like, I am absolutely gonna forget that damn thing. There was also that, was it a triangle? The tempered fire attack down garbage. There it is. Garbage. Goodbye. Okay, that'll do. And we will top up blood vials. You can never have enough blood vials. That's for damn sure. Okay, now what do I feel like doing? I can dive right into that. Or... What time is it? Oh, damn, son, it's 9 a.m. I mean, on account of the fact that I powered chugged 2 energy drinks right at the start of this, I don't feel tired, but that doesn't mean anything. I probably am quite tired. My day's off now, so I can do whatever the hell I want to have fun. Gotta stock up on the joy before I go back to nightmares. I want to see the content. It's like, that's content. That right there is more parts of this game that I haven't seen yet. And it's possible that some of the things that I haven't been able to farm yet are probably in here. I probably won't get anything really good until I like start making roots with this. But I think that, from what I can remember, this is the lowest possible chalice you can get. Like, this is the deepest shit. There are no more chalices to find. You get the root for this one, and then that's it. This is the hardest shit that they get to ride you. Also, I don't think I'll make cursed roots anymore, unless I have a deep pressing need, and I know that I can get it from a very specific dungeon while farming enemies. Because getting being able to breeze through the uncursed dungeons and kill bosses for the gems wouldn't be as terrible. The Fetid and Cursed, honestly, it buffed so few enemies. Like, I wonder if that's a unique thing with East. It seemed like I probably could count on the fingers of one hand the number of enemies that it buffed with Fetid and Cursed modifiers. Actually, I only ever saw the red modifier. I'm pretty sure that I remember reading that the one modifier would add a red dot glow, and the other would add like a purple or a blue glow. I never saw that. I only ever saw the red glow. I want to say that's the Fetid, and the Rotted is like purple. You know, there was some people saying that if they both were on an enemy, one would overwrite the other. I don't remember which one. Probably red, based on the fact that I never saw an enemy with a different colored modifying dot. Also, the enemies with that modifying dot didn't really drop anything good for me, but I wonder if those effects are decreased in the East Dungeon because it's specialized for arcane stuff and triangles? I don't know. It's kind of like, even as hard as I searched, the information on how Fetid and Rotted modify gem drops for generic enemies was vague at best, because most people are exclusively concerned with farming the bosses, re-picking up the dungeon chalice, and then putting it back down to farm the bosses again. And I'm not looking forward to that, because I like my exploration, and I don't mind fighting lots of like NPCs in just PvE. Whereas bosses, like fun as they are more of a commitment. Whereas with NPCs, I can just do whatever, have fun, and not think too hard about it. Okay, penultimately today, no more brainstorming. What am I going to do now? What is the plan for now? Because now that I've upgraded my computer, and I have tested and can successfully stream information without chugging a game with the new multi-core part of my new PC, I would like to start playing Azure Striker again, because it scratches that part of my brain that Mega Man Zero occupies. I don't feel like starting that particularly today. Do I want to switch to Valheim? But I got nothing left to do in Valheim except kick the Elder's ass and then move on to whatever else it wants me to work on after that. Let's at least poke my head in here. If there's a side chamber, I'll run the side chamber. If not, I'll just tap out at the main entrance lantern. In case you were ever curious, you're new to the game and you've just made your first chalice, the reason why there's a lantern and then there's immediately another lantern is because in the space between those two, there's a capacity for it to spawn a side chamber. Although, off the top of my head, normally the second lantern that's at the entrance to the lair is usually closer to the side passage. I mean, it's inconvenient, yeah, you flip your camera around 180 degrees to go back to the side chamber. But that's like neither here than there. And we have a side chamber. Brilliant. Watch out for traps and ambushes on the side, kind of like that. Baby boy. He's just a mook, and I took 4 hits to kill him. We're gonna have fun in here. Tell already. Still, 3 bullets. Oh, immediately with the door. We're really out to intimidate me today. Huh? Well, I kind of thought that might happen. Yeah, slow to rally off his corpse. Ooh, shiny. Wow, that's a bummer. I think that item will despawn now that I failed to pick it up. How about now? Okay, he died in 2 hits. Okay, I'm not looking for a lever, I'm looking for a loot chamber. I remember that on these side passages. Is there something down there? What the hell is that? Is that just lights? It's like there's like a bunch of candles or something. Oh, that's exactly what it is. It's a bunch of candles. Must not have seen that prop very often. What is over here? That looks like a big room with an upper layer. Yeah, probably has something mean in the middle of it. Was there a message? Oh, that's right, this is a fixed dungeon, so I can actually get messages now. Thank you, I was suspecting that I wouldn't want to open that gate. Much easier to assault it from above. Whatever nasty they park in that big room. Yeah. Nice ambush, son. That blood pile probably is the reason. I'm due to see another rolling fat man with a mace, I think. Is that a button? Is that a button half flipping diagonally through the floor? Well, I'll be. You got me. Well done, Bloodborne. You got me. With the most basic of traps. Don't I feel like a chump? I'm gonna pull blood bullets out of this dude's butt. For your valuable and generous contribution to the cause. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't got. Well, it's not a brute dungeon anymore with any modifiers, so. I was about to say, I'm surprised I haven't gotten any drops yet. Oh, right, there's a spider. Forgot about that. Is there another one downstairs? I guess maybe I just took too long and you patrol downstairs eventually. Right, so dude in the hallway, spider patrolling in the room. And then there is that goddamn trigger. That must be the trigger right there. Otherwise I can't see that there's anything that I stepped on. Roll through that shit. Trash. That must be the button, right? Yeah, it is. That's a little... I don't know. That's a bit lazy design. I'm gonna call that. It's like, that could look much cleaner. But it doesn't. You want me to lure him back into the fire trap, I think. That's right. And now that I'm in the fixed dungeon, which is going to result in a lot of enemies. So what's downstairs? This is the big room with the big fight. What mini boss have you placed in it? Another fucking mad woman? That's a button. Is it an ambush spawning button? Is there a door in the middle of the chamber? No. Inside of the chamber? No, it doesn't look like it. Come on, Pillar, get out of my way. Doesn't look like there's a door over there either. So the only entrance in or out appears to be... Oh, there's an enemy. You're a projectile gun user. Okay, so there must be a fight of some description down there. Probably an ambush spawn if you step on the trap button. Whether or not that stays after you've triggered it once, I'm not sure. Definitely don't plan on opening the door down there, though. You're gonna point in, like, a left or right direction. Must be on the other side of the door, now I'm thinking. Thank you. I hear something. I don't like my camera being stuck. No. Well, that's underwhelming. Just a generic watcher. I think it is. If I can get all of his friends, it shouldn't be hard to... No, they're within range. I feel like there's a good chance I can sneak up behind this guy. Isn't anybody else sleeping on the ground for an ambush, is there? But these pots might funnel me just far enough into the middle of the room to catch his aggro. No, we're good. We're good. This is easy. We're gonna chump this chump. Especially since I now know that I can double tap. And we're gonna center it off to the right a little bit. Didn't get double tap, but the damage was... Ooh, damn. Level 6, not cursed, radial. Let's have a gander at that. Yeah, I think I got another... Yeah, because these are plus 5s now, so I think I got another 20.3 out of that. That's nice. 20.3 with no negative modifiers. Very well rounded. So that's effectively the goal loot of this area. Since it was the coffin. So there isn't particularly anything of value downstairs, I would say. But I still want to see what's there. Gunboy was over here, I'm sure. Alright, what's the story with this room? The door that I can open to the main area entrance is right there. You talking about that gun pool? You're kidding, right? I mean, if he ambushes you, sure. But he ain't worthy of the strong modifier in any sense of the word. Trap. Okay. That's not an ambush trap, that's just straight up in the fucking arrow trap. Oh, you can call these a strong trap. Yeah, consider me underwhelmed. So, yeah, this is more or less consistent with a fixed dungeon. Very, straightforward, well laid out, but, you know, simple, but good. It's when you get into the root dungeons, it's real chaos stuff. We'll wait to open that door until I come back next time. Let's have a gander to see if I have enough for a level. I don't think so. Probably up somewhere up in the 150, 160,000 cost for my levels at this point. Yeah, and then the next level cost like that until another Dark Souls game, I'm thinking. Yep. So I need about 30,000. I should be able to get that from one slaughter run in here, I think. And now that I have massive amounts of discovery, I'll probably get like fucking 10 triangle gems. Most of which will be poison. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Now the energy drinks are wearing off. It's not a big deal. It's a longer run, but I should have gone to the core instead of the heart. It's weird that I've chosen to refer to them that way. Because, like, the boss one is always labeled heart on its own. Oh, oopsie. Gotta remember I tried it. It's the cursed dungeon again, right? Yep, right. Gotta remember that. Derp, derp, derp. And I gotta run that distance again because I spawned in the boss one. No big deal. Not a big deal. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. Goes without saying. Oh, okay then. That wasn't even a rolling attack, so I'm just being terrible right now. I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened. I've relaxed. I'm not taking anything seriously anymore, so getting sloppy. Can't say that I don't know what happened. I know exactly what happened. Don't like running back this distance. It rubs my lazy genes raw. Where'd Echo's at? Yeah, one of those shits picked him up. Oh, no, oh, that's the kind of thing that could get me killed. You don't. Move. See? I take them seriously. I keep a respectful distance. Not a big deal. I'm gonna need you to get this back. Thank you. Where am I not getting triangles? They were just dropping them left, right, and center before. Yeah, see, that was a very long time ago, but it still gave me the rolling attack. You can stall that out quite a long time. These were dropping nothing but triangles before. Does killing the boss modify the drops or something? Surely not. That's just dumb. Because, like, I've cranked my... Before, I was farming these and getting gems non-stop with, like, boss fighting runes on. Now I have nothing but discovery from here to up the wazoo. And I'm getting nothing. Well, whatever, it doesn't. I still don't give a shit that Gamer wants to talk to me about the house being on fire. Okay, holy shit. Let's see.
Farewell, good hunter.
5 chunks. Did I not? No, okay, so I held off on using those. I could do either the rifle spear or the beast claw. The rifle spear would give me cheese in the form of spamming shotgun. And I wouldn't mind playing around with its polearm moveset too. It seems pretty well rounded. And, you know, spear is a spear, is a pokey poke poke. But the beast claw gives me access to that beast meter again. And I did have some fun playing with that. It's so expensive to use, like, get +9. Blech. Which hasn't stopped me from getting a number of them that way. Can you guess how many times I've farmed those stupid blue-eyed beasts? A lot. The answer is a lot. Spent a lot of time in the Upper Cathedral Ward just bold marking and killing beasts over and over and over again. But it's fine. I like just playing the game, even if I don't have a particularly valuable objective in mind. And I have enjoyed this tail end of the game. I got the church pick really late into the game. I think it's actually a weapon I missed. It's like, I found out later, like, wait, there's an entire weapon here that I haven't even heard about that, like, I've had access to since, what, forever? And, like, it's really been a blast to use the pick. Okay, anyway. Back to great Hill or Deeper Hill or whatever they call it. Via Hill Chalice. Nothing else is called it. Sumeru Hill, I think. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. What am I gonna start with? Oh no, throwing knife regulars. Okay, yeah, I don't mind about losing out on those. I did have room for poison daggers. I would have only cared if it was the poison daggers, because those are much more expensive. These only cost 800. These cost 2,300. Anyway, we'll buy some of these. Stop funding even more of these. And we're all sold out. Alright, good. I'll park my happy ass in the chalice so that I get what I'm doing. Oh, I don't need beast resistance anymore. So. I do love this set. Quite nice. Anyway. X. Holy shit. Yep, definitely tired. Time to go to bed. Alright, so on to the main chambers in the next session.